box. Oh, I'm not going to show you what's inside yet. I'm going to see if I can get Greg with it. We just give him a shout. It's for you.
Sister?
You have to open it. Turn it round.
It's got the usual wardrobe.
Yes.
Open it like that.
Yeah.
What are you? Idiot. Jesus. Let's show him what's in there.
Yeah, Matt. Open it.
Did you hear me scream?
No. Like that.
My God, look. Whoa. Only you can come up with an idea like that though, sir. Aye? Yeah. Oh well. Well done, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thanks for scaring the life out of me again. Huh? As you can see, we've had a bit of an issue in here. That MG just wasn't bleeding up. It's bled up now. But it's just bloody exploded everywhere. Massive airlock in it. Anyone knows these K-Series engines? Bloody full coolant system. It didn't like it, but yeah, I think it's done now. So I'm going to get it out, back together, and give it a bit of a wash.
And a sweep.
Definitely a sweep out. Look at that. Bloody K-Series. Here's one for you. We've got a 55 plate Astra here. Intermittent washers not working, horn not working, engine mill light on, various different random things. 1 minute it would work, 1 minute it wouldn't work. Well, inside there, we took the board off. We didn't really do it like we took the board off, give it a quick clean, put it back together, and it's working every time now. So it must have been a dodgy connection in that board there. Very strange, but yeah, it's working. Do a front caliper on these handbrake cables, a couple of little jobs. I think it needs some wiper blades for MOT, and then that's going back for retest. Martin's on his way in now. Got a clutch on a 3500 today as well, and get that sorted. That was a random one again because the customer told us that the clutch, they couldn't get any gears at all, broke down, left the car, went back to it to tow it and into us, and then it was working again. So we think there might be an intermittent problem with the pressure plate on that one, but it's unfortunate you don't know until you take the bloody gearbox out. So, and when you've gone that far, you might as well put the new clutch in. But that's all it can be. There's no hydraulic leaks or anything like that, so it's got to be a mechanical issue.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How are we?
All right. What are you doing? You busy?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got these little things as well now, haven't we?
Yeah. So every customer that comes through the door and uses us gets a 10% coupon off the next service. 10% off your next service. It's got all our services down here: car repairs, car servicing, car diagnostics, brake repairs, blue and me repairs, battery replacements, and much more. And you also get a QR code which you scan there and leave us a lovely review.
Right, just had a new doorbell fitted up on the top yard, one of these tapos, and randomly it just keeps going off. Just the doorbell rings and we go up, there's nobody there, unless someone's trying to set us up. Alright, Sarah, how you getting on?
Alright.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Sarah to go and pick a car up. Marty's just done some brakes on a Nissan, not a Nissan, a Renault Capture. Sarah's going to pick up a Nissan Juke. I've done a service on a T-Roc. We've got to put a resistor on the fan on the one of the KAs. Yeah, there it goes again, look. Don't buy one of them tapo doorbells. No, drive you bloody mad. I've nearly killed myself because we'd spilt some antifreeze here. I'd gone up that ramp there, look, just like that. Slippery, so it needs cleaning. I'm going to clean that now.
Threw coffee all over myself.
There was a car there, well, it was our car, so not a customer's as well, but I fell onto the bonnet, flat on my face.
Becky's, is it going to be ready today, or do you reckon tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
It's going to be tomorrow, Becky.
There we go, we better crack on. Marty's having a quick sandwich. We've got a busy afternoon ahead. You're going to have to go back out again. That way a bit. Straight, that's straight, that is, straight. A little bit that way. Straight. Keep going. I haven't said stop yet. That's stop.
Oh, you never said that, did you? You want me to go back a bit more?
Yeah, back a bit more. Stop. Hang on, it's just putting the chocks on. Don't put the handbrake on, there's no handbrake on a plane. Alright. Chocks are in. Bosh. That was hard, wasn't it? Huh?
You just look like an absolute idiot.
Well, maybe. But you didn't understand my controls. You'd be no good as a pilot.
I'm not a pilot.
Oh.
He said to me, he's been watching this video, and I said, what are you watching? Because I always hear this song playing on TikTok. He says, I've been doing the aeroplane things. I says, oh, okay. He says, I was practicing this morning in the kitchen so I can do it to Mark when he brings the cars on the ramp.
But Sarah come first. Like it says, obviously needed support.
I didn't. Well,
You
you
bloody
need
did.
support.
Did you see how you parked that up earlier?
You need knee support.
Not a whiteboard that we don't use as well.
We haven't had the opportunity to use that yet. We need to move all this bloody rubbish.
I actually said today, David said, how's the whiteboard coming on? I said, well, he ain't bloody used it.
Used it once.
I did use it.
Once to do a diagram for Martin. But Martin...
Did it make sense anyway?
No, it didn't even look like a car.
Martin was like, what the... Don't you just love it when people drop your car off? They drop the car off and there's no fuel in the car. Have you seen that VW? Did you have to take that for MOT?
What?
The VW?
Which VW? Yeah, I did.
0 miles in it.
Nothing in there.
Nothing empty.
I know.
Why would they do that? And then,
T-Rock?
yeah.
Yeah, and then...
It's twice this week I've had a car with no fuel in it. The other day we actually had one cut out on us. Just ran out of fuel. I had to go down the garage and get a can of fuel. Why? Do you know what I mean? Where's the thought process in that? If it's going to a garage, obviously they're going to need the car running. Well, either way, I mean...
going for an MOT, so...
And an MOT and all that.
How did you think I was going to get there?
I don't know, but you're lucky that ain't cut out. And the other one, literally just cut out in the workshop. Nightmare. Leave it in the comments if you know where we're coming from with this one.
What date you paying up to?
I'm paying up to... I've got... The last one I've got here is...
Little break. Right. Chances on his way to us. He'll be in a minute. He's got a little surprise.
Good morning. Hello. Fresh this morning, isn't it?
It's a little bit different out there. Not very good. What's going on, Seth?
Having me breakfast.
3 sales vehicles ready in the last week. Cam belts, servicing, bottom arms, top mounts, exhausts, brakes, all of that carry on. Said cam belts.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'm sure you didn't.
If I did, leave it in the comments. Yeah, so we've got 3 ready. We've got 1 to go. 1 is on the ramp. That's got to actually come off today though, because we've got to get some other stuff on.
We've got a Land Rover Freelander that we've got to start a motor replacement on, but we actually have to. That's coming with the diagnosis, hasn't it? So it's a case of getting it on and doing our quick diagnostic. That had to be recovered yesterday because obviously it doesn't run.
Oh, the clutch one. Answer this one. We had one of our regular customers come in or ring us on Saturday. I don't know whether I spoke about this. Rang us on Saturday, broke down, won't get into gear, it's crunching into gear like every gear. It's just like as if your foot isn't on the clutch. So they left it and they said, "Can we bring it
Sunday, didn't they?
Can we bring it in on Sunday when it's quieter because we're going to tow it?" We said, "Yeah, okay, no problem. We'll meet you at the yard. We'll get it in and parked up ready for Monday so we can have a look at it." Well,
It's come in.
it's come in. We had a look at it. We've test drove it. We've had it on the ramp. We've checked for hydraulic leaks. We've done this, that, the other, and we can't make it break. We can't find any fault with it. She's coming in this morning actually.
She's coming in about 9:30.
Yeah, so see if she can tell us a little bit more about what happened, because we can't, without taking the gearbox out and putting the clutch in, which the clutch is perfectly fine on the pedal. So it is like, it does seem like an expensive guess if you're taking the gearbox out, do you know what I mean? Where it could have just, you know, I don't know what's happened, I don't know the story, but
We'll find out more.
yeah, moving forward, we can't buy any more sales cars because we've got no space and no money.
So I did list
We've got to sell
again.
some, they say. You've got to focus this week now on selling.
That's what I've been doing. thank you.
Sell. Right, so we've got this little KA here. It needed a Blue and Me board. So we sent the Blue and Me board off and he sent it back and said that the board's fried, so we need to get another board. So I went onto eBay, trusty eBay. I think we paid £150 for this board. It's turned up and it's still not working. We tried to proxy align it, it's still not working. Martin's messing around with the settings trying to see if it will recognise it in any way, but it's just not having it. So got to get back onto the person I bought it off. Luckily eBay stands on for like when things are wrong, so fingers crossed we should be able to swap it or get our money back, but it's hard to find one with the right code on because these have to match. Easter, it's Easter. Right, we're having a big clean up day today. I don't know what time it is, but we've got loads of stuff we've got to get rid of. These, all that, look at that. I've had a bit of a sweep up, do you know what I mean? I'm going to move this engine. Got all that to get rid of. We've got a bin coming, maybe today, maybe Tuesday now because of the bank holiday, but we've got a bin coming, 1100 litre, so then we're going to keep things nice and tidy out the way. Right, let's go and see Sarah.
Enter.
I knew you was going to say that.
I'll put it come in.
How are you getting on?
Alright.
Everything alright?
Yeah.
Up to speed?
Up to speed.
Yeah?
Not on speed.
No.
I just walked out of here and Greg gave me a fireman's lift. Very romantic. Swept me off my feet. Walked about 3 steps and parted, yeah.
Well, anyway, yeah, we've got a lot to do this morning. I think we're closing today. Are we closing today? We don't even know, do we?
I don't know yet. It has gone a bit quiet.
It's gone very quiet. I think everyone's cleared off. So we've only got like 1, 2, 3 jobs booked in today, and I think it's going to be one of them weekends.
Yeah, it's going to be one of them weekends.
So I would say, usually, but in history, this first bank holiday weekend is quiet because everyone.
Is this coming out on Sunday? This video.
Yeah.
So if you haven't already come and bought a car from us, there is an Easter special going on. You get your next year's service for free and you get an MOT for free. So it's Sunday now.
Only if it's bought this weekend.
And if it's bought this weekend, so you've still got time. So you've got tomorrow, which is Monday, to get down here, buy a car, you get your free service and your free MOT next year.
Yeah. Can't do better than that. But, by the way, everyone who's watching this, I hope you're all, if you do celebrate Easter, hope you're all having a lovely Easter bank holiday.
We could do a little video on Sunday of our Easter.
What sort of video?
For next week we could start off
Yeah, but Easter's gone then. It's boring then. Okay. Everyone's sick of Easter by the time Easter's finished. They've had that many chocolates. They've had that many chocolates, had that many dinners. Oh, duty calls. Right. Story time. Another one. We've got loads of these stories coming up. Right, where are we going to start, sir? Try not to turn you back to the camera.
How do you spell it?
A-N-T-Y, isn't it? Right. Warranty claims. Yeah. Where are we going to start? Long time ago. Once upon a time.
In Bethlehem.
Once upon a time, there was a customer who turned up at the yard, out of the blue, off the cuff, with no coolant in the car overheating. And so, like, we've had a quick look at it, worked out needed thermostat housing, right? Needed thermostat housing, yeah? That is not a thermostat housing, but there.
What is that? That doesn't...
Right, and so anyway, it was actually like just pouring out all over the floor.
She'd have to top it about 3 times on the way.
Yeah, and she said, we've got warranty on the car. I've got warranty, like, can you fix it with my warranty? And I said, well, you need to speak to the warranty company. Well, anyway, somehow we got involved in this, don't know how. She said, oh, can you ring them? So Sarah rang them, and Sarah was on the phone for bloody 2 hours. And something that we'd wish we'd never stepped into, to be honest. And Sarah was trying to sort out with the warranty company. We sent the warranty company our bill and said, this is how much it's our estimate. This is how much it's going to be. Right? Why does this keep moving anyway?
It was a wind yesterday.
Tiny pins on one side.
Yeah, you can do that, look.
Right, estimate. That hasn't told it, has it? So we give our estimate, and then the warranty company said, no. Right? And we said,
Why?
why? Yes. So then it led down to here. Why? Yeah? They said, well,
Why have you put a dot into it?
I don't know. They said, we can't pay out that. This is how much we can give you. So they give us, give them the price.
They priced it up.
They told us the price. And we says, right, we can't do it for that money.
No.
Would you like to step in, sir?
Step into Christmas.
Yeah. We said, we can't do it for that money. They said, well, you're going to have to ask the customer for the remaining balance. And we're like, we spoke to the customer, and the customer's quite upset now, saying, well, we've paid for warranty, we want it covered under warranty. They wasn't paying for, they only give us so much labour, and we'd gone off proper times.
Can I just ask, is that tyre off the floor? What tyre off the floor?
Yes.
Why?
I've been greasing the suspension off.
Oh, right, okay.
She always interrupts. So we said, they was only giving us like 0.7, where it was a 1.2. And then also, they wouldn't pay for coolant.
No.
And we're like, they said, we'll only pay for top up.
Yeah.
And we're like, top up?
There's none in there.
The customer's here, and it's just emptied itself all over the yard floor. So it needs a full coolant change.
Thinking people accidents.
Bit rude, wasn't it?
So it needed a full coolant change. So we said, it's going to need X amount of litres. And they said, no. I said, well, how can you say no? So what you're saying, we do the job. Do you have to keep swapping? So we do the job and like let her drive off with no coolant. How does that work then? Because it's got to be paid for. We have to buy the coolant. And they said, it doesn't work like that, we can't do it. Now, how ridiculous is that? Absolutely ridiculous. Well, anyway, it turned out the customer owed us another £115 on top.
140.
Oh, was it 140? Because the price to give us for the part wasn't nowhere near enough.
Nope.
We couldn't get it for that part. We couldn't source it for that price.
Labour was wrong.
The labour was like
The coolant wasn't added on.
wrong. There was no coolant. There was a top up, which was
Well, we
like
got the top up in the end. We had to squeeze that.
it was like
but
1
it was like
litre
getting
or
us out of
something.
the stone.
It was like 1 litre. Was it
Yeah.
1 litre? I think so. And there was something else they never paid for either.
We went back to the warranty company
And they said,
they
"Clear
put
off."
their price on.
Yeah.
So it was one of them. So customer ended up having to pay £140 out of her own pocket for warranty that she pays for, which is a platinum warranty.
Yeah.
And they basically said that she should have read the small print because
Yeah.
they only cover so much.
Well, it platinum, like it was top of the range, nut and bolt warranty, but they still don't cover for everything.
No.
That's very
I don't remember what the
strange.
warranty company
I don't
was,
know. I'm not
but-
going to say it anyway. But the main thing that puzzles me is why they won't pay for coolant. When like you could fix it, you can do thermostat housing, thermostat, fix it, put it all together, but you can't have any coolant because it's not being paid for. So then you're going overeat anyway.
Overeat.
Overeat, yeah, down at
Uber Eats.
Uber Eats, Deliveroo. So, anyway, me being me, I said to the woman, she said, well, I haven't got any money.
She didn't have the money. She just started a new job. There was a story behind it, but I'm not
Yeah.
going to get into it anyway.
So, anyway,
Greg
she said,
well, when do you get paid?
I
She
said-
the 10th.
yeah, I said, when will you have the money? And she said, well, next month I'll get paid. And I said, okay, fine. I said, look, we'll repair your car, just pay us next month. And we'll get you back on the road, because she had like children as well and stuff, didn't she? And we dropped her home, didn't we? We proper went out of the rounds, didn't we, on this one? We dropped her home like 7 mile away, and repaired a car for her, and didn't even know whether we was going to get paid off the warranty company, let alone her.
No, to be
But
fair,
they did pay
were
pretty quick, didn't
yeah.
they?
They sent over the invoice. No, I sent over the invoice, and then I got a reply back to say that the payment would be made into the bank on such and such a day, which was probably about 4 days after we'd done the job. So
anyway, 1 month later,
fast forward 1 month later, the remaining £140.
the customer paid us.
Is that it?
Simple as that. I'm not going to tell you any more to the story, but there is a load that goes on, obviously as time went on through that month. But moral of the story is, never bloody deal with warranty work. Let the customer do it. But we had one the week before that, and the customer dealt with the warranty themselves and come in and paid us, and then they claimed the warranty, which worked for us because that's better. And we thought that was going to happen the same on this time, but it never, because the customer says, I don't know what I'm doing, I haven't spoke to him, can you speak to him for me? Fatal rookie error, shouldn't have done it, too much paperwork, loads of admin. We was on the phone for 2 or 3 hours sorting it all out. And then we never made no money out the job anyway. So there you go, let's move on, busy day ahead. Right, this little Fiesta has just been bought in for an alternator. That's coming for an alternator diagnosed by somebody else again. It's coming. We've found that the battery terminals were loose and there's a light on the dashboard. Martin's found a wire that was broken down here, which is repaired. Now we're just going to check now to see whether the light goes off. Yeah? Yeah, he's blowing his own trumpet there. He says, I'm good, ain't I? So yeah, we've done a cheaper repair for the customer, saved them an alternator. Martin's done a wiring job, tightened the battery terminal up, and hey presto, everything's working fine, charging at 14 point something, 6, and no dash lights. And saved the customer an absolute fortune. There you go, that's how we roll round here. Sir? You know that trip to IKEA you wanted for the wardrobe?
Yeah.
I might have saved you.
I don't think you're not having that.
Huh?
What?
I've got one here. I've got 2 wardrobes. I've got a bedside cabinet and a full-size wardrobe. I have.
What an idiot. I'll put you in there.
What, lying down?
Feet under.
Yeah. Okay.
Liquor paints there.
Yeah, that's what I said, Marty. So you can see the, you know. Morning campers, it's Bank Holiday Friday. Good Friday.
Yeah.
Is it going to be a good Friday?
Oh well, the weather's not looking the best, is it?
You know, it's not 86% rain here, but you never know. But yeah, we thought we'd have a late start this morning and go and have a bit of brekkie.
21 minutes past 7.
It's 21 minutes past 7. What's that got to do with it?
Just having it.
So yeah, bit of breakfast and then get back to the yard and do a bit of shenanigans. So
Got quite a bit going on this weekend, haven't we?
we've got a busy weekend and we've got it has gone quiet, but we've got a busy-ish week coming up next week. I can just feel it in my bones. So
Yeah.
it's usually like the arthritis.
Probably. Yeah.
But yeah, let's get down. I'm starving.
What are you going to have?
A full monster.
I'm going to strip. Good morning. We are here, Bank Holiday Monday. Greg hasn't come in today. He's having a lie-in. So we're going to go up onto the car pitch to see what we've got on there. And I believe we've got an Easter special going on, which is going to carry on over to next week as well. So you haven't missed out yet. Bit of a late video this week, just because yesterday was absolutely crazy. Greg ate too many chocolate Easter eggs. I've got to open up, so just bear with me. I'm actually going to leave that closed. Right, so over here we've got the lovely Ford KA 13 plate. It's had the newly number plates, which Greg likes. It's the I don't know what he calls them actually, but anyway, yeah, we've changed the number plates on these. All of these cars are HBI clear. Let's see if it's open. We'll sit in this side. They're all HBI clear. This one comes with the cream interior on the gear stick. It's got the radio up here. It's got the aircon. It's got the, let me see how many miles it's done. Let's go around this side. We'll find the key for it. It's done 827,000 miles. 73827 miles. Yeah. It's had all the work done to it. It's got a fresh 12 months MOT with no advisories. Cam out water pumps all been done. Anything, obviously, you know, Martin has the cars straight in the workshop. He gives it the once over. We put it through an MOT. Any problems with any of the cars, we've obviously put it right. It's the same with all the cars on the pitch. We've all had the cam out water pump done. There's a long list of things for each car that's been done to the cars anyway. Obviously this one comes in a lovely white colour, which at the minute we've got all white cars on the pitches, so we're doing all white, to be fair. Excuse the pun. This, as you can see, is the KA Edge. Comes with the patterny seats, but we have got another KA on the pitch, which is a 16 plate, which is the KA Titanium. This one comes with the alloy wheels. They've been freshly powder coated and dipped in the gloss black, which is quite a favourite for the young guns nowadays. Let's find the key for this one. Right, let's have a look at this one. 85,884 miles. There we go. Again, comes with the white in the middle, which is quite nice. The seats, they're the upgraded seats, so they haven't got the patterns on, which would suit a boy or a girl. Obviously the other one's got the passenger seats, which I don't think many boys would like, but it's still a nice little touch. Radio all works. Very nice and tidy car. It's got the Blue and me port, no sorry, the USB port as well, so you can plug your phone in. So another nice lovely car that we've got on the pitch, which is in with the Easter special as well, which is going on all week, don't forget. Back here we have the 16 plate Fiat 500. Oh, I forgot to tell you the prices. So this one over here, the 13 plate, that's up for 3495. We've got the 16 plate over here, which is up for 4995. Back here we've got the Fiat 16 plate Fiat 500, which is up for 4495. Let's grab the keys for this. Now this is the pop version, so you don't get the panoramic sunroof and you don't get the alloy wheels, but it's still a very quirky looking vehicle. Comes in white. The seats, I really like in this one. All the Fiat 500s are absolutely different. We've got the aux port down there and the USB port. Let's go and have a look at the driver's side. I need to set the clock on this one, that's why it's flashing. It's not a Blue and me problem, don't worry. Let's close the door and we can have a look at the mileage for you. So 81,710 miles. We won't put that on. Lovely seats, absolutely spotless in here. They all need going over again once we've given them a quick valet, but obviously any car that we sell off the pitch comes with a full valet, 12 months fresh MOT if it's under 6 months. If not, it goes on the ramp. Martin does all the once over and all the work gets done to it. They also come with next year's service absolutely free and MOT absolutely free, so don't miss out on any of these offers that we've got on this week. We do have another Fiat 500. Jeez, it's raining. On the pitch, but unfortunately, well not unfortunately, it's going to have a bit of work done to it. It had a bit of a DIY, had a bit of a DIY repair on the back panel. Well, I don't know why they've done it, but they've done it. Greg didn't like it, so he stripped it back, smoothed it all out, and it's going to have the paintwork done today. Then, last but not least, we have the VW camper. Right, so this one, 83,000 miles on the clock, spot on, absolutely lovely camper to get you started, or whether you're upgrading from a smaller one. We've got the freshly renovated camper with the LED spotlights. If you want to know more about this one, everything is in the description, either on you well, if you go back and have a look at the other channels, we've done a full walk around of this camper. It's also on Auto Trader, it's also on the website www.valley-autos.uk, so you can have a look on there, see what all the spec is, but it's absolutely lovely. We've had a couple of people come and look at this, but it's not in their price range, so we are looking to do a deal on this. So if anyone's been up before and wants to come and have another look, come on down and we'll do a deal. It's perfect now. Well, I say that perfect, look, it's bloody raining, but we've got the summer months coming, so somebody needs to get down here and grab themselves a bargain, because this is absolutely lovely. Another quick little update: if you come and nobody's on the top pitch, press the button, please ring bell and wait, and someone will be up to you within about 20 seconds, because obviously you know we're down at the back. Anyway, that's it for today's video. If you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also if there's anything that you want to comment, anything that you want us to do, pop it down in the comments and we will reply back, and we'll see you from me and Greg on the next one.